I'm going to show you how I acquired this signed Paris Themin, aka Mike TV trading card, which inspired me to collect more Wonka items, which ultimately resulted in a fabulous heirloom piece. But the awesome thing is, it was so easy to do, and you can do it with any of your collectibles. And I'm going to show you how, and that's coming up right now. Hello, my name is Robert Sagati, better known as the Commenting Collector. Hope everyone had a great week. I certainly did. As I showed you in the intro, this Paris Themin Mike TV card, I added that to my collection a few weeks ago. It's basically, well, I shouldn't say it's the first, it's the second item that I have that's Wonka related, and I'll show you that in a second. But as you can see, this is a Pop Century 2 out of 15. 2 out of 15. Um, it's numbered and, of course, signed by Paris Themin. And I simply searched eBay, and they have all these Pop Century items that they have the celebrity autographs on sticker, not on card, but still really affordable. And this is about $20, so I think that's pretty good compared to a lot of the famous athletes and whatnot. I am confident that without even, you know, sending it to PSA for authentication, that being that it's Pop Century product, that it is a authentic autograph. So that's a big deal. My first Wonka product that I purchased was this Wonka bar, and I got that because I was doing or I did a parody video on pack rips, and I thought it'd be fun, not just have your ordinary uh, sports product rip, but actually to rip a Wonka bar. So I actually bought this off of Amazon. It comes as a kit where you get 3 or 4, I can't remember, of these Wonka wrappers. Then you get the gold wrapper in there, and then you get the ticket. So I had kind of had fun with a rip, and I ripped this, and I also ripped a package of Pop Tarts too. So it's just a kind of a silly video that I did early on, and not a lot of people have watched it. It's kind of one of my lower viewed videos. So if you're so inclined, myself and daughter would be happy as she makes a guest appearance in it. So yeah, I'll put the link of that, one of my first videos, down in the description, and you would enjoy that. So after getting the Wonka bar and getting this, and being a huge fan of the movie, I saw the movie back in 70, not 71. The movie came out in 71. I was only 4 years old at that time, but I did see it in the movie theater. So it must have been one of those summer re-releases back in the day. So I'm assuming I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, because I distinctly remember going to the movie theater and seeing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with my dad. So I think I was probably about 7, 8. So it's probably around 1975 or so. But back in those days, of course, there was no home media, so you might see it on TV once a year. But when the DVD came out, I don't know, in the 2000s sometime, I purchased this and watched it over and over with my family. My kids really enjoyed it, and just a fabulous movie. It's a musical, just kind of great lessons in character and morals, I guess. And it's just a fun movie. Obviously, a later edition came out with Johnny Depp playing Willy Wonka. That was good. Still, I feel not as good as the original, but my kids enjoyed that one too. There's that scene with the squirrels that they just go nuts with, and they liked it. And then there was a newer version, or the most recent version, I think came out last year sometime. I still haven't seen that one yet, but I do plan on it. being a Willy Wonka fan, always enjoy seeing anything Wonka related. So thinking, what else can I get uh, for my collection that's Wonka related? So like I typically do, and most of you do as well. Just went on eBay, I searched Willy Wonka, and I came across um, a website, or I shouldn't say a website, it's an eBay store, and it's called the Wonka Store, appropriately enough. And they have some great Wonka nostalgic items, autographed items on there. And I'll show you the item that I bought up on the screen. And as you can see, it's a fabulous poster or print of Willy Wonka, and he's with the four of the he's with he's with 5 kids, and I got 4 of the autographs on there. And what I love about the autographs is there's different colors, um, and actors put their real name along, and most importantly, their character's name on there. So I thought that was great. Um, and I'll read the names as you can see. Peter Ostrom played Charlie Bucket, of course, the main character. So it's cool to have his autograph on there. And then my favorite, Julie Dawn Cole, played the infamous Veruca Salt.
Give it to me. Now, I want the world. I want the whole world. I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolates. Give it to me now. I want today. I want tomorrow. I want to wear them like braids in my hair, and I don't want to share them.
Paris Themin, the aforementioned Mike TV.
Is lucky winner number 4. Now, the name soon to be heard around the universe is Mr. Mike TV. Hey, Mike, do you think we might shut that thing off?
No, are you crazy?
He won't answer till the station break.
Mike, the country wants to hear from you. The world is waiting, Mike.
Can't you shut up? I'm busy. Boy, what a great show.
I serve all his TV dinners right here. He's never even been to the table.
You love to watch TV, Mike?
You bet.
I've got that golden ticket, Mike. That's something else.
Hold it. I want to catch this.
You like the killings, huh?
What do you think life's all about?
Mike, would you tell us this?
Wait till I get a real one. Colt 45. Pop won't let me have one yet, will you, Pop?
Not till you're 12, son.
Obviously, it's his store, so you know he's going to be on there. And last but not least, Michael Bollner, Augustus Gloop.
Augustus, please, don't do that. My chocolate must never be touched by human hands. Please, don't do that. Don't do that. You're contaminating our entire river. Please, I beg you, Augustus. My chocolate. My chocolate. My beautiful chocolate.
Don't just stand there. Do something.
Hell, police, murder.
Classic as he falls, trying to taste that chocolate. He falls right into that chocolate river. It's just great. And of course, missing is Violet Beauregard.
Violet Beauregard, finder of Wonka's golden ticket number 3 from Miles City, Montana. And with her, the proud parents. Mr. Beauregard, a prominent local politician, a great civic leader.
Hi, friend, Sam Beauregard here. Square Deal Sam to you with all of today's great giveaway bargains. The finest values you'll get anywhere in the entire country. Now, this little number right here is a 4-door
Thank you,
sedan.
sir. Violet, would you care to say a few words to the nation?
Here it is. Go
I believe her name is. She must, that actress, I don't know what the issue was. Maybe she's not with us. I'll have to look into that. But she is not on the poster, or she's on the poster, but not her signature. The elephant in the room, or the elephant missing from the room, of course, is the great Gene Wilder, who obviously played the title character Willy Wonka. There are opportunities to get his autograph from different sources on eBay. I'll have to look into that for future, along with Violet Beauregard actress, whose name escapes me right now. But so those would be the two I'm missing. But I'm just tickled to get those four kid actors on there. That's just awesome. And the fact that Gene Wilder's signature isn't on there actually made this piece in my world pretty darn affordable, as it's was about $100. So thought that's pretty good. And of course, you get the peace of mind to know it's actually coming from Paris Femin, who I'm sure has his childhood actor contacts with the other cast members. So I'm sure they get together, or maybe he just mails it to them. Likely he gets together and has them sign pieces, and maybe they all share in the profits. I'm not sure how that works. Although if you go on to the Wonka store um, page, it's called Wonka Shop, I should say, and Paris Femin's store ID is actually Mike TV 59, and he has an introductory video on there where he explains kind of uh, talks about his shop and so forth. So it's just pretty cool that there's actually a character from the movie that's actually selling items.
Am I coming in clear? Hi, I'm Paris Femin, and I played Mike TV in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I'm so excited to present items from my own curated collection, autographed by me and the other cast members from the film. I'm making this video to personally guarantee that all of the signatures you're going to find here on Wonka Shop are 100% original and authentic. Have fun on your tour of my website. There are little surprises around every corner, but nothing dangerous. Don't be alarmed. Are we ready? Yes? Welcome to Wonka Shop.
So that I think that just gives one pretty good peace of mind that you're going to get legitimate items. They're going to be authentic, and of course, as we all know in the collector's world, that's more than half the battle. That's everything. You don't want to be nervous or uncertain that what you're buying isn't real. A strong indication that this stuff is real. So that's why I would certainly highly recommend the Mike TV store. And actually, I sent because obviously for all you people, and it's most of us in the community that have actually experience with eBay, you can contact the seller. So I thought, well, what a great opportunity to contact the actor that actually played a character on the one of my favorite movies of all time, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I sent a letter or email via eBay to Mike TV 59, just telling them thanks for having these items available, and that I had purchased the poster that I just showed you, and I was a big fan of the movie, which I'm sure he gets all the time, but I'm kind of a fanboy, so hey, might as well just let him know where I was coming from too. And I did mention that I have a YouTube channel that you're all watching right now, and I do have occasional what I call collectors chats. And if you're not familiar with collectors chats, just go on one of my collectors chat tab, and you'll see previous chats. My most recent being with Samurai Ken. The God is great.
Hello, and how are you?
And that was a great interview. If you haven't got a chance, make sure you check that out. We had a great time. So anyway, I mentioned that to him, and I said, hey, if I'd be honored if you'd ever want to be on my collector's chat. Just ask you a few questions. You could talk about your store, talk about the movie and your experience a little bit. And so I put that out there, and he did respond. I'll give him credit for that. He just basically said, hi there. I'm just reading what he wrote. First of all, glad to hear that you got your items, that you enjoy them, and that it arrived safely and whatnot. And he said, for the invite, and here's kind of the rub, for the invite to appear on your podcast, called a podcast, even though it's technically a video cast. Doesn't matter, but to appear on your podcast, I'm gonna say thanks, but no thanks. Wah wah.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I wish you all the best with it. And here's what I really love as the fanboy I am. Yours in chocolate, Paris. So just cool to actually have interacted with the guy that played Mike TV on one of my favorite movies of all time. So just want to say though, no hard feelings for not coming on to the show. If you get a chance to see this, Mr. Themin, thanks for everything, and thanks for throwing this in along with my poster with the autographs. Thought this was a nice touch. It's got his real signature, his name signature with which I with in addition to what I love is his character Mike TV on there. Love it. And then he inscribed, "Am I coming in clear?" And I'm sure most of you have seen the movie, so you know what that's a reference to.
Stop, don't come back.
Lights, camera, action!
Mike! Where are you?
He's up there with a million pieces.
Are you there?
Don't look down in here. Watch the screen.
Mike? Why is he taking so long?
A million pieces take a long time to put together.
Oh, where are they?
There's definitely something coming through.
Is it Mike?
Well, it's hard to tell, but I...
No!
Our little group is getting smaller by the minute.
Look at me, everybody. I'm the first person in the world to be sent by television. Wow, what a wild trip that was. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming
But
in?
yeah, thanks Mike TV for that. And in addition, and I can show you on the screen, he sent me an oversized golden ticket, which is just really neat. So that's what I got from the Wonka shop, Mike TV 59. Definitely recommend that eBay store. So here I am with the Wonka cast sign poster, except for Sans, Willy Wonka, and Violet Beauregard, which is fine. I'll have to pursue those in the future. But I've got 4 of the 5. Then I've got my Wonka bar, and I've got my golden ticket, my oversized one, and I've got this item. So I really wanted to display these items in a special way. So special items deserve special treatment.
It is odd, very limited market. I gotta frame it. It's gonna cost me a couple $100. I got one bill after another.
And that's how I first discovered the Frame, Minnesota store. So when I got these Wonka items, I knew that's where I was going to bring it. And so I brought all my Wonka items that I had, and I met with Tammy, she's the owner, and her designers, Ryan and Luke. They showed me some kind of different frame options, some matting, and they kind of gave me their 2 cents. And then I kind of gave them how maybe I wanted things organized within the frame. Now this item just didn't fit with the others, so we'll have to do this on a separate, maybe just do an individual frame on that. And also the Pop Century Paris Themin signed card. That didn't sign, but we got the Wonka bar in there. We got the oversized golden ticket, and of course we got the print in there. And we collaborated on it. They, like I said, they gave me their 2 cents. I gave them theirs. We came to a consensus on how we were going to do it, and it just came out spectacular. So when I went to pick it up, I mentioned to Tammy that I have my own YouTube channel, and I would just, I'd really appreciate it if I could maybe somehow take a look at how the process was that they actually make these. I call them works of art. They frame. There's more to it than just you would think, just as a layperson. And I'm going to show you those right now, but don't go away after that, because I'm going to have the big reveal of the final. Well, I call it like the Wonka heirloom because it's going to be it's museum quality. It's going to be in my family forever. It's going to be down here in the man cave. I mean, but the great thing is if you have any type of collectibles and you want that special, treatment, that special care, and you know you're going to have it, and you want it protected from the sun and all that, I'd highly recommend professional frame shop. I mean, the $6 poster thing, it is what you get what you pay for on that. Um, and so if you have a frame shop that's great like that in your area that you trust, fine. I will say Frame Minnesota, they could, this is the age of Amazon. I mean, you can ship your items to you. I mean, Tammy and I have actually talked on FaceTime before because I've got another item and that's going to be a future video that they're actually working on right now. I'll give you a little clue, Wizard of Oz. So yeah, so if you're out of state or even if you're just whatever, you can do a FaceTime, you can send it to them. So after you watch this, maybe you're interested, and I'll put the description down below. And well, I'm not. I'll just you'll see with your own eyes, and then again, I'll be back with the reveal of the piece.
So I've been using a computer Kuraz Mac cutter since the 90s, 1998. This is, I think, our third or fourth one. It's a Wizard 9000 switchblade, which means it cuts a lot of other things other than map board. But I've got up on the screen the saved file from your order.
Okay.
And of course it's just in blue because that's just what the software is. And I've got a really lovely scrap mat here, purple, just to show you, because
yep,
we don't want to film a nice one.
Right.
So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm looking at my designs and just my experience and stuff. I know how. So it comes in here.
You have a lot of experience, right? You've been doing this how many years? 20, 30?
95. It's
95.
getting to be 29 years, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to send it over there. We're going to decide. We're going to cut the top layer because that's going to be prettier. And then we're going to move it to where there's a little bug in the software.
So you had to do all this by hand before this technology.
Yeah, and we couldn't even do half the stuff we can do now. So we're going to hit cut. And then it's going to tell me to set my blade to the right depth. Depending on what kind of mat we're cutting, it's going to have little different settings. Like the fabrics and stuff have a little thicker, and they have to go a little deeper. So we hit go, and then it'll just come back over here. And that's holding the blade right now at a 45-degree angle.
Oh, wow.
And everything's just perfectly aligned.
Exactly. Pretty neat.
The nice part is if I had 50 of these to cut, I could just keep doing them. We don't do that much of that work,
right?
Most of the time. I've got a 15-piece order to do that's coming in, and this just ends up. This gets filed over here, as my dad would say, under WB.
WB?
Waste basket.
Waste basket.
He's the man of 1,000,
Okay.
1,000 weird sayings. So we turn it over, and that's kind of what it looks like.
There it is.
We've got a whole working shop back here.
Perfect.
And obviously, this would be the equivalent of your brown hot mat, and then you had red underneath
picture it. And
your picture went there, Wonka here, and
Wonka bar, and the
gold piece tickets down there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So some of the other stuff that we
Tammy loves her wizard.
Yeah, most days. Some days we argue. Some days we argue when it doesn't do what I want it to do. We argue. Well, just some other stuff that we're working on back here.
Just as big.
All you sports collectors, lay your eyes on this. Got some basketball.
Yeah, we got actually that's a Kobe Bryant Lakers jersey.
Oh my goodness.
That we're doing for a fellow.
So you do jerseys, you do
we do tons of jerseys. Luke's working on a hold that one up while you're working on there.
This is where all the magic happens.
Yeah.
You can frame anything. Make it look like $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah. Now there's some mat that's actually going to go over Kobe Bryant.
Like folk art. Yeah, that's great.
This is here. And then we've got a logo that goes here. I don't know where that is.
There it is.
And then he wanted his little authenticity there. Oh, well, the logo is still in pieces.
Of course, they used to be the Minneapolis Lakers.
They did, but this is the netting of the basketball. And that's what it'll look like when it's done.
And of course, that machine made that perfect circle.
Mm-hmm. And it cut out all these letters and everything. We'll get it all together.
Jersey will go in there.
And the jersey will fit in there. And then there's a Timberwolves jersey that's getting it done exactly the same way, obviously, with the different colors.
I think 99.9% of the population's only seen the finished product of these jerseys in a frame. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it fabricated, pre-made like this.
You know, sometimes guys will come in here and they want to make their frames at home, and they're like, well, how come I can't get that to work out so well? Well, this miter saw came from Italy. It's Brevetti.
Oh, so they're using like a hacksaw.
Well, you're using what you bought at Home Depot, right. And my blades cost more than your saw. Well, there's some new blades laying around here that we're trying out that were, I think, $400 for 2 blades. So
boy,
a little more than the $12 you pay at Home Depot.
It's the difference between giving yourself a haircut and going to a stylist, I think.
There you go. Yeah. So here's just a little bit of scrap from something that went earlier today.
What's that, Luke?
Going to the puppy palace to get your haircut.
All right.
I don't even know.
Or what are those things at home? The Flow G or something you could buy.
Oh God! Remember that? No.
Got a little dust collector back here.
Okay.
It's the end of the day, so we've got a full bag of garbage. Come over here. Again, my blade comes forward. And then I've got a nice measuring bar built in here. And now I've got the other blade is fixed. And there's a 10. And I'm guessing that, if there's enough down there to make. Probably not.
So all your wood frames are handmade specifications.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be a little short of an 8x10 here.
Which is important because everything you bring in is going to be different sizes and it's not all standard.
Yeah, and I goofed. I don't have anything I can actually make here.
Exactly.
So this is going to get turned into, I think this is going to get turned into a 5x7.
5x7?
Yeah, it did, because I didn't have enough for an 8x10.
Okay. What kind of wood is that?
You know, most of the wood that we use is farmed for the picture framing industry, and there's a lot of this that's got faux finish on top of something. I don't even know.
Okay.
There's a lot of woods that come from Indonesia and Brazil.
All right.
That are farmed for the industry and then finished afterwards.
Cool.
I don't know. You can pick it up. It's pretty light.
Yeah, it is very light.
We did a needlework in this earlier today.
Right, which is great because you don't want it too heavy because it could fall off the wall and damage everything. So, just putting some more through.
No, I just.
So is it a pretty easy machine to learn, guys, or does it take a lot of practice and air and? Yeah.
What he's doing takes some practice.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've all been making frames for so long. I don't know if we know.
What your basic single window mat's pretty easy on the mat cutter to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cutting and joining the frames.
He's a woodworker, so
we make him do it.
Pretty
he's really
straightforward when we have the size of the art. It's easy to cut the frame exactly the size we need it. Something like this with the mat shapes
That took a while.
Like this, there's no uniform shape or size for these sleeves.
Right.
So all of these cuts have to be measured over.
Okay.
So I probably have
a challenge.
I probably have 4 or 5 test cuts easily.
Okay.
Draw it, cut it, cut it again, go back, edit again, as many times as it takes to get exactly what we're looking for. And I like things to be exactly right. So I may take a touch longer than someone else, but it's got to be just right to go out the door.
So you guys have like all your own unique individual specialty stations, or when a customer brings in a piece, do you just do it from the beginning to the end? Okay, so you're the Lakers jersey person. Luke, you're this full guard deal, and
I know how to do all that, but Brian does it much better than I do.
Okay. So like when I brought the Wonka piece in, when you finally got started on it, was it Luke? You basically did that thing? Okay.
But Ryan drew them out and cut it.
So
and then you did the rest?
So how many hours do you think went into that piece? Just the Wonka one?
Including your design. I mean, I had the easy part. I think Luke designing might be a little bit more difficult, finding exactly what you want, what looks good.
I've been doing
with
it
the
long
piece.
enough where I can look at what they put down, listen to what they're saying, and then pull it all together.
Yeah, we consulted for a little bit when we came in.
Well, our appointments
It's hard because you're just looking at a corner. I kind of so used to seeing the whole thing, I can envision that.
Okay.
But we book 45-minute appointments.
Right.
Usually, and it'll take. I mean, every once in a while, somebody will take 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh, sure.
But most people take 20 or 30 minutes. It doesn't usually take the whole 45.
Right. You just cater to the customer's need. I mean, some customer might come in and say, well, "You're the expert. You do it all."
Yeah, sometimes
they do.
Say,
yeah.
I want it exactly this way because this is how.
Usually people don't.
Right.
How's this color work or whatever? You give them options too, not just.
Sure.
Sometimes that first stuff you lay down works.
Yeah.
I've gone an hour out there and had everything out, and the customer's gone right back to the first thing that I told.
How many times does that happen in a week?
And for your Wonka piece with your design, and after I pulled it out to start working on it, a couple minutes to make sure the measurements are right. 15 minutes on the computer, do a test cut, make sure the openings are all the right size, and once that was right, pretty straightforward design, maybe 30 minutes to an hour to get it built up, mounted, everything, and then cutting the frame is just a couple minutes as well. So maybe a couple of hours total.
2 to 3.
Yeah,
2.
2 to 3 with the design and everything.
Depending if anything fought back.
So that's good to know, because the person that might from the outside go, well, why not just go to Target and buy a $20 frame and just do it myself real quick? But there's a lot more.
It'll look like it.
Well,
it'll look like
also,
it.
how long do you want to have it hanging around? Like that Wonka thing, you're going to be able to pass that down to your daughter, and it's going to stay the same. It's all conservation materials on there. It starts with the glass, the matting, everything is acid-free.
Exactly.
And with this,
so it's built to last.
There's no way that you could do that design and cut without that equipment. You could buy a box, shadow box from Michael's. They give you a hanger maybe, and you could hang the jersey inside a frame. But if you want something like this,
that actually looks nice.
You have to go somewhere to get it done, spend the money, and I've got hours and hours into this. Too many hours, but every time I do one like this with that type of design, it makes the next one faster and easier as I've gone through the process. So.
In theory. But everyone's different.
Everyone's different, and that's exactly it. The shape of the sleeve here the way it is. The other jersey that this person has, the width is the same, the size of the mat is the same, but the shape of these is different. So I had to draw a different drawing to fit the sleeves of the other jersey. So while part of it was the same, I still had to find this shape.
Yeah.
Which is not easy.
It's the epitome of custom.
Full custom,
yeah.
absolutely.
And is that an autograph right there?
Yes.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is. Wow.
Autograph 57 out of 57.
Yeah, and tragically, there's not going to be any more new Kobe autographs, so these are definitely keepsakes.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Oh, is that the same owner?
Same owner.
Okay.
So I made sure that these widths were the same size because this jersey is wider. So
Sure, because Garnett was like 6'10", and then Kobe was obviously a little shorter.
But they aren't always game worn, and there's sometimes just whatever the customer bought.
That's true.
So yeah, so the width, I made sure the width
Right.
here and here was the same, so I had to get the width here the same.
Just so they're uniform.
So
No
they're
pun
uniform.
intended. Yeah.
And then so the mat borders will be the same. The only thing that will change is the shape of the sleeve here, maybe a little bit in the middle, but yeah.
Excellent. That's great.
Very cool stuff.
Good work.
Yep.
For anyone that has jerseys out there, just give Frame Minnesota a call. Hello, everybody. And I'm here with my family, and we're going to do the big reveal of the item that I got framed by Tammy and her team over at Frame Minnesota. But first, before we do that, I just want to show you a original piece that Tammy did. Well, first, a little backstory. When I worked for the Timberwolves in 1994, that was the All-Star season, and I was lucky enough to go to the All-Star game, and I was in the summer sales. I was doing a summer sales intern, and they gave all the employees this poster. So after going to the game, working for the Timberwolves, this was a very special piece. So in 1995, 95 was the first year that Tammy's frame shop opened, and at that time it was called Fast Frame. So I've been doing business with Tammy for almost 30 years, and you can see it's very nice quality frame, glass, and for almost 30 years it's been hanging on my wall, and it's been exposed to sunlight. And because this is a UV protected glass, it's not faded whatsoever. Look at how white it is. So that's kind of what the benefit of getting a professionally framed piece will do for you. And not to mention, they well, this is not matted. This is more of your basic, but people might say, well, I could just frame it myself. I mean, this piece, this poster is great, but I kind of did it cheap. I went to Target, got this thing, it's just plastic, it's flimsy. So this is what you get when you do it yourself. And I'm going to show you what you get when you can get something professionally framed. And so my family's here, and you guys are seeing this for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any guesses on what you think it is?
You said Wizard of Oz a while back.
Wizard of Oz? Good guess.
Add to your collection. Star Wars?
Star Wars? Another good guess.
Ooh, Lord of the Rings or Hobbit.
Oh no.
Is it a series?
Yeah, it's a television movie. It's actually movie pop culture related. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you guys are sincerely not sure what it is, because so are you ready?
Yeah.
Now everyone on this video, they already know what it is, so but they haven't seen it. So they've watched the process, but they haven't seen it. Here we go.
You're going to love this.
Aww.
Just love
Wait,
Right?
what is that?
It's the autographs of the kids.
Like the actual actors?
Exactly.
Who is that?
I got it from Paris Feminine's own eBay shop called the Wonka Shop. So he sold this print. I had the Wonka bar, and he actually included this golden ticket with it. So look at how it inlays. And Luke over at Frame, Minnesota, he recommended the gold, of course, the gold ticket, gold frame. Yeah, the chocolate matting, of course, chocolate, you know. Isn't that cool?
I love it.
Yeah. So this is what, if anyone has, it could be any collectible. You mentioned Wizard of Oz. It could be sports related. I mean, I have this jersey here, this Pele autograph. This could be something you could get in a frame, sports posters, or any pop culture item. If you want to turn your collectible into a family heirloom that you're going to have forever, this is the way to go. And just to let you know, Tammy and Luke and Ryan, her whole team at Fast Frame, they can be your personal Oompa Loompas and get this done for you. But just to let you know, this is all sincere. I had to pay full freight for this, as my wife can attest to. So here's the invoice. I paid full freight, but I appreciate having the opportunity to see the process and to share with everybody out there what it took to get this done. And it's great. I mean, it's wonderful. And I asked Tammy, who is the owner of Frame, Minnesota, I said, if anyone of my viewers would call or bring you any item in, they can go to her website, or she has her own YouTube page, and I'll put all that in the link. And I'll give you guys her phone number. It's 651-405-0011. And again, I'm not getting any compensation, but I did make the request. I asked her, I said, if anyone from any one of my viewers contacts you and they want to turn their collectibles into a their own personal heirloom, oh, what can you give them some sort of discount? She said, yeah. She said, if she just mentions my channel, which is Commenting Collector, she'll actually give you 5% off. So hey, that's good. That's better than nothing. That's more than I got. So yeah, once again, what do you think, family? Pretty neat.
Very nice.
So this is my man cave, and it's gonna go nice in there. But if you had a she shed, I mean, this could go anywhere in the house. What's that?
Movie theater room?
Movie theater room, or even like a bedroom, kid's bedroom, or anyone. Or if you're like Mr. 95 Cents, you could put it in your kitchen. Inside joke. But yeah, or if you're a business, you could have that like in a sports bar, or whatever. I mean, obviously if you had more sports related, but yeah. So it's multi-dynamic. It's well worth it. So in 2 easy steps, you collect what you like, but then the big step, you turn it into a displayable feature or item that becomes a lifelong family heirloom. Voila. Okay, until then, this is a Commenting Collector saying good collecting. Okay, so what do we got here?
So I tried to duplicate it, basically looking like chocolate. And then the gold wrapper, because of the gold ticket, the gold here, the red inner mat, gold frame, and it really didn't see it all until everything was put down, and then it's like, wow, you just get it all together and it becomes a complete package.
Exactly. Yeah, when I brought this in, Luke had the vision of kind of matching it with the chocolate color, and yeah, he asked me what I wanted to do too, and I totally agreed with that. Then we just kind of arranged the pieces to go what we thought would make the best sense, where we went with the big golden ticket on the bottom, the Wonka bar in the middle, and of course on top of it the autograph.
The signed autograph of all the cast.
And then Luke also recommended this cool frame, obviously the gold ticket theme. And what's the name of this frame?
This is a Simply Roma vintage warm gold. It's an Italian handcrafted molding.
Yeah, just pops, just shines.
Simple but elegant.
Exactly. Yeah. So what else did we talk about? Let's see.
The placement of the tickets versus size. We stuck the smaller one in the middle and kind of so everything flows when you put it together.
Exactly.
It would look kind of wonk. No pun intended. It would look kind of wonky if we were to put the chocolate bar down at the bottom.
That's right.
So it all balances out.
It's all balanced.
And then we raise the mat so it gives that depth feeling there, and help with the chocolate bar. There is no chocolate there, though. It would be kind of cool if there was.
Yeah. I don't know if it shows up on two-dimensional screen, but it is actually raised, so there's dimension to this.
I figure maybe look, and you can kind of see the little bit of shadow there, that how this sits up. Even with the photograph, it gives it all some depth.
Exactly.
And then sort of too, the frame helps with that hole because it's a little bit deeper this way on the side, so it's also, when it's on the wall, it's going to stand out as a box and just complete.
Right. And then a lot of our collectibles, especially when we have them hanging on the wall and they're exposed to sunlight, they can be damaged by ultraviolet rays. But this is protected, isn't it?
Piece of museum glass. You can virtually tell that it's almost like it's not there, and it has 99% UV protective value in it.
Yep, the one on the left you can tell is there. The one on the right, you could just grab that donut.
A lot of little kids come in and go, "Mommy, I want a donut."
Right. Go Homer Simpson on you and try to grab that donut. No, that's great. I appreciate it. And I think we're going to get a demonstration by the owner, Tammy, on how they actually cut
the mat.
Cut the mat, yeah. All right, Luke. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. This is what it's all about.
If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it.
Forget what happened to the man who suddenly got everything he always wanted.
What happened?
He lived happily ever after.